Good evening. Welcome to the show. Hi. Yeah, who am I? I am the American original, right? David Sponheim. Yes, hello, welcome. And today we're going to have an amazing experience. We're going to cook with very little money. We're going to make an oyster frittata. $5 for 6 meals. Hello, good evening. Yeah, I knew you'd like that. Yeah, many of you have been wanting to do this for some time. Some of you want to cook with sardines, and I get that. I understand, but we've got the whole thing right here for you. Let me grab my filtered water. Hey, and by the way, be sure to drink plenty of water. Yeah, you want to make sure you're hydrated, especially in this day and age when there's toxins everywhere, you know? I know. Welcome. You didn't think I could pull it off, but here I am. We're going to do Cooking Up Politics. Yeah, January 9th, 2020. Amazing, huh? And here we go. I'm going to go live at Periscope. The key is simplicity. Everything has to be simple when you're in the kitchen, and otherwise you're not going to like your experience. Okay, a video appears to show missile strike as Canada and UK say they have intel Iran shot down the Ukrainian plane. Wow. Interesting. Well, we will see. More close-ups tonight, later in the show. I know, isn't that cool? Solid 5 out of 7. I expected more, Saggy. Saggy Jake gave me a 5 out of 7. I'm going to purge that until you realize how important it is to have something unique. I know. Canned oysters, yeah, do you love it? Exactly. I knew you'd like that, Rodney. Great name, too. Great name. So, many of you are wondering why you can't be my friend. Well, you've proven to not take me seriously, so, and since I am the American original, I call the shots there. You can't decide whether you're going to be my friend. Seriously. Yeah. Right, a little bit of action up here. I noticed that, yeah. I gotta press it down. Oh, we're live. Yeah, I'm not gonna open up the Twitch show because I feel it's, you guys don't say much, and if you want to catch us, go to coolrock.com. You're currently at twitch.tv/coolrockparty, and I want you to go to coolrock.com, and you can watch the show and chat. I would never go oystering. This is pre-Fukushima. This is a pre-Fukushima. I picked this up pretty much at the time of Fukushima, and it had an expiration date, best by 2012. And you can get these for $1 at the dollar store. It's amazing. Even today, I mean, the oyster industry is still going very strong. Unfortunately, your oysters will be radiated. Mine are not. Yes, not pre-Hiroshima, though. I'm not trying to be funny. This is how I live. Yeah, I have vintage oysters, yes. So, also, I'm going to be using celery today. I know some people are very, very hesitant to do that, but as you know, I really like the O brand, and I've picked up this for $2.99. What a deal. There is no meat source other than the oysters and the eggs. Yes, apparently the preservatives in the cans prevent me from aging. I never thought that was the case, but you know, who would have ever thought? Hey, and look at that. We're going to just pull one little celery stick off of that sucker. Okay, I'm going to put 2 in there. But that's about it. No, I've had these before. They're good. Well, thanks, Frank. I should say Rondi. Thank you. Rodney, you're out of here. That's a bannable offense. No one can tell me I look my age. That's illegal. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that here. You have, and hey, I'm neglecting iVlog. You guys, yeah, I'm so sorry. iVloggers, getting in the mood for iVlog. I'm in the mood for iVlog simply because I heard Mark bought it. Yeah. Hey, let me go off camera for a second while I do the password thing. I'm going to just bring you back to Diego Garcia. Isn't that a beautiful area? Check that out. Okay, I'm back. Diego Garcia is a wonderful bass. You probably remember it from when MH370 crashed and they needed to stick it somewhere. Allegations that Diego Garcia was where they stuck it. Yeah, stuff like that. Oyster Frittata, woohoo, Daryl, yeah. No, I told you that's pathetic. When you ask me to be your friend, I won't be your friend. That's a mutable offense. You realize that I can't have many friends because I am such an important person. People will want to know me. Yeah. So as you know, the friends I do have are all alcoholics, so they don't even remember I talked to them the previous night. That's the way I guess I have it now. I don't really have any other friends that can talk to me. Hey Dave, how you doing? I haven't heard from you. You just called me the other night. Oh yeah, I was really drunk. You know, seriously. Friends are overrated, Daryl. We can all be friends here online and never meet each other. Think about that. Okay, you guys at iVlog, you got the cameras on. Welcome centrists, ex-Democrats, ex-Republicans, people who are frustrated with the Donald Trump and the Pelosi administrations. I've got to get a paper towel. Hold on. All righty. Very important in cooking. As you know, the breadboard is also important. I use a standard breadboard, very old but still very functional, bamboo. Somebody said, David, is your breadboard organic? No, I have no idea. It's pre-organic. It's 1967, I think. Yeah. Sarah has a lot of friends. And the thing is, I encourage friendship. I really do. And I was a great friend to a lot of people, and all of those people know that I put out. But that's the problem. It was a one-way street, and they used me. So I don't do that anymore. So now we have more going on here. I think we're going to go ahead and get the celery out there. See that? That's dirt. That comes with organic. Yeah, it's not like antiseptically clean, so you got to inspect for dirt. We have one of the lovely knives brought to you by the Meow TV gift. Yeah, these are amazing. Made in Syria. 67 layers of Damascus steel. All ready to go down on those. And we're going to use a small onion tonight. Yeah, so I'm just taking a portion of a large onion, technically a small onion. A medium onion will do. The more onion, the better. If you really want to stack this with onion, get a large onion and stick it in there, but you don't have to. Yeah. So the ingredients were $2 for these at the dollar store, so I'm really happy about that. I got some potatoes here, which I bought. I got a 15-pound sack for $2.99. So, and they're non-GMO. The only potatoes were baking potatoes in my area that said non-GMO. So, and I got some garlic from Peru. I'm not going to count more than $1 for this setup right here. And maybe, add the onion and the celery, and you might be up to $1.50. So we're at $3.50 here. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Hey, I'm going to have to start peeling these potatoes. It's not exactly a low impact type of thing. So you'll have to excuse me while I peel the potatoes. But bear in mind, if anyone does have a problem, please feel free to say, hey, I can't see your video. Yeah, for some reason I'm having a problem getting into iVlog. I appear to be disconnected. Huh. Very strange. Yeah, we've got a little problem over there. Very, very interesting. iVlog is being shut down for some reason. I cook with cast iron on occasion, but never enameled. No, saggy. You don't want to eat the enamel. Cast iron's okay because you're eating iron straight up, but yeah, that's really weird. I'm getting a major problem over there at iVlog. Let me see if I can open it up under a different browser. No internet. Wow. Okay, folks, we're having an internet connection problem. So I'm going to go ahead and reboot my VPN. Now, if you're watching the recorded broadcast, you know that, right, we're having some problems right now. Bear in mind, there's going to be a little problem connecting to the internet. So, yeah, I think we're having a slight difficulty here on one of our connections. This happens on occasion. Okay. We were DDoS somehow. I'm not sure how. Okay, good. All right. Try that again. Okay, we should be up and running now. Let's go ahead and get back in the show. Hey, we're back. Yeah. Yum. Yeah, it's time to peel the potatoes. So you missed out on about 2 minutes, folks, when you didn't realize I was getting ready to peel the potatoes. But hey, we're up again. We got past the DDoS attack, and we're still in record mode. All right, and you guys at iVlog, I miss you guys. Yeah, you were just getting ready to say something, and I didn't connect for some reason. Now I'm connected. Everything is beautiful. Soup gonna burn? Nothing's on fire. No, I haven't started the burner yet. And always be aware of the burner too. You don't want to think, I'm just turn it on, let it sit there, and whatever. Okay, so let's start peeling a potato. But before we peel the potato, let's do the onion first. Let's turn the burner on level 3. Get some light on the subject. Yummy. Let me see where I'm at with my cameras and everything. Yeah, I'm good. This could be a little bit more this way. There we go. All right. Good. I'm going to get that on level 3, and we are going to use the atomizer, and you know how I like to do that. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now you're talking. What are you saying, really? You know? So we're going to go ahead and use the atomizer to put the olive oil on the hot pan. You want to make sure that pan is hot before you put that olive oil on there. So I pumped it up. Let's cut up the celery. What do you say, huh? Pull the bottoms off. You don't need those. You know, compost that. Bisect. 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 And luckily these have good tops. This one had a bad top, so I'm cutting that off. And bisect. And always be aware of where the knife is. Now, speaking of knives, I've been getting a lot of flack about this knife from 1967, the Rogers and Master Guild. And I'm a little concerned that many of you don't realize that sharpening knives is something you have to do normally, unless you have 67 layers of steel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I sharpen this thing by hooking up my Oyster sharpener from 1987. Yeah. All right, kicking that on. Perfect. And what you want to do is rinse it off. Whenever you clean a blade, you want to rinse that blade off. And then you want to take a dry paper towel and you want to brush away from the blade, not at the blade, so it doesn't, make it dull again. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use that one for the chopping mode because it has a tip on it, and you can leverage the tip and just slice very neatly, keeping your other hand down like that. Muy bonita. Very beautiful. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. All right. Okay, that's a little bit of celery. And we'll do the same with the onion. I'm going to slice down this way. And about 1/4 inch each. Nice use of onion. All right, there you go. And that technique really works, super simple, making it very easy to do that. We'll get to the garlic in a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and peel the potatoes. So, a good way to peel the potatoes is peel them onto themselves. We're just going to go ahead and start peeling. Now, potatoes are a really low-cost product. You'd be surprised how cheap these things are. Like I said, $2.99 for a bag that's 15 pounds. So you can really make potatoes stretch, and you can even double the recipe if you had to with potatoes, just so you know. And they're a simple starch, so they're not too complicated to digest. Although if you are like a diabetic, you got to watch out for carbohydrates. You really do. So don't eat a big helping of potatoes if that's the case. And some people don't like potatoes, like Sarah. And one of the reasons why I'm making a frittata is she hates eggs. She doesn't like eggs. And that's something that she really, she's made that very clear to me. So I'm making something she doesn't like tonight. So just so you know. It's okay, because this is what made sense to me when I was thinking, what do oysters go with? I thought, pasta? No. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of broccoli, frozen broccoli. I'm going to show you a bag I got. So $1.50 worth of broccoli, I guess, and cheese and eggs. That's what I'm going to use some things for. All right. That's just 2. I need to do 6. So let me keep going here. Iran, hey, are we down again? Hang on. Hi. I'm up. You're just not saying anything. Yeah, I'm not getting any chat from you. Is the inner alcoholic coming out? Oh. Really? Are you an alcoholic, KY Poopy? I'm so sorry. Oysters, frittata, just whatever. Hi, Shelly. The thing about this meal, you can't binge eat it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like peanut butter or ice cream. I know a lot of you are suffering from food addictions, and yeah, I've got a few food addictions myself. I mean, number one, I really have to stay away from ice cream and peanut butter because I love them too much. So, yeah. So I haven't had ice cream in a long time, and sugar's not that good for you either. A lot of sugar can cause diabetes, and I wouldn't want to get that. So, but yeah, peanut butter is another one. Weight gainer, and you're going to grab a teaspoon or a tablespoon of that stuff. So peanut butter is a staple food for the homeless. That's correct, Bengalitis. Good point. Hey, how do you like my kitchen? Isn't this kind of cool? David's kitchen, my little garden there. Not nice? Yeah, so it's kind of a peaceful place, and I can look out the window at the Olympic Mountains. It's kind of nice. I've got a panoramic view and a line of sight of multiple areas from 180 to 270 degrees. So, yeah, it's nice to have a good conscious view of everything in front of you and around you, and you really need that when you have a house, even if you're living in a small cubicle. All right. Oh, wait, oh, wild potato. Yeah, this is the part I really don't like, but as you can see, you got to be very careful with the potato slicer. You could easily slice your fingers off. And I'm not making a joke. I mean, your skin can just come right off just like a potato, so you have to always keep your eye on that slicer like it was a knife. Don't take your eye off of it when you're slicing. Because obviously I just took my eye off of it to look at the camera, and you said, oh, Dave, hey, you took your eye off of it. So, hey, I've got some fresh parsley. I thought that would be good today from the garden. You know? All right, we're almost done with the potato segment. The pan is getting hot. At level 3, it's spanking hot. I'm going to get that stuff frying and make that frittata rapidly. First, we want to get the vegetables going. And the potatoes have to go down with the onions. Yeah, everything is going to be sliced too. So I'm kind of running. The onions can go down ahead of time if it really wants to, but yeah, let's put the onions in first because that pan is hot. We're going to go ahead and spray on there. Spraying the oil. Wow. Hotsy totsy. Okay, let's get the onions and the celery in there first. Yeah, I love that. You got to get that sizzle. That's the part that's really important. Okay, mix it around. And I know what you're going to say. Italian seasoning, right? Yeah, that's right. As in the name frittata. Throw about a quarter teaspoon in there just to start with and cover it. Okay, now take your potatoes and slice away. About that thin, roughly. A little bigger than scalloped, kind of chunks, but fast enough to cook quickly. All right. Now I'm cooking with frozen broccoli. If you're using frozen vegetables, it's really simple to cook it later, but if you were making this full on, you'd want to add the broccoli now. But I'll do that at a later stage because frozen broccoli is already cooked, so you don't have to cook it. Yeah, that was a good cut. Thank you for the recommendations. I had a sharpened knife, but I wanted to show you how to sharpen it anyway. Yeah, you guys hang out together. You should get to know each other. Shelly and KY Poopy. Shelly, KY Poopy's been life raped, and it's very difficult for him to adjust. He's had a lot of emotional issues, and when you're on the internet as much as he is, people can kind of make fun of you, and we don't want to make fun of anybody here. So just so you know, KY Poopy's still recovering from his life rape. Yeah, life rape is a serious thing. That's probably why you act the way you do, New York EMT. Yeah. And some of you may be life rapists, you know, people that do it thinking they're anonymous and attacking people online. He's a guy who lives in a place where he was affected with, yeah, he lives in Kentucky. Yeah. He's a Kentucky resident. And you're a Shellyholic, I know. Dave, you should throw a punch at your home. Oh, I'm sorry. What kind of punch are you looking for? You mean the kind you spike? No, I don't drink. I just squirt fruit enzyme on my face. Okay, we're getting that cooking. Give it a little shake. And go ahead and throw the potatoes in. Just throw them in there. Okay? You want to put a little pepper on that. Okay. Now give it a little splash of water. Take it up to level 6. Now start cooking it. Yeah, I'll get the garlic in later. You don't want to put that in early because garlic is so precious. loses its wonderfulness if you cook it in advance. Putting the celery back, yeah. And make sure you have a little water in that bag. Otherwise, it won't last long. It'll get all kinds of... I mean, this was $2.99. I couldn't get over it. I saved $1 on this bag. That's a lot of celery for $2.99 in this day and age. Okay. Get in there. I got to show you this. Oh, man. I got this stuff for free. Yeah, absolutely free. Some store was just throwing it out, and it's like, okay, what is this? Mendocino mustard, seeds, a spicy beer blend made with red ale. And I'm going, what? How can red ale go bad? How can vinegar go bad? All these incredible ingredients, turmeric, brown sugar, mustard seed. I actually opened it. It's been like closed for about 7 years. I tried it the other day. It's actually incredible. I was like, you can't lose. When you see vinegar in something, it's just aging. And the more it ages, it's like a wine. And this mustard, it literally tastes like a fine wine when you take. You'd have to be there. All right. Yeah, I am going to throw a little bit of the parsley down. So I pulled this out of my garden. I'm going to throw it on the block. And the nice thing about parsley is you can bunch it up like this. Now, this is not required as part of the meal. You can just add some more Italian seasoning. That's called flex cooking, okay? But just kind of shave it off like this, like so. Nice fine shaving. I personally think this parsley will be a nice accompaniment to the dish, along with the garlic. And the garlic, you know how to cook that, right? Just pull off the cloves. We've been over this before. It's going to be 5 cloves. Yeah, I kind of cook with 5 cloves whenever I cook. So we'll go ahead and press down on that like that. Just pound down on it. Don't pound near the blade or you'll hurt yourself. Pound away from the blade if you're using a butcher block, right, or butcher knife. Like this. And it's probably not good to pound near a knife anyways, so just so you know, you've got a trained hand to do that. You can't just do that. Right. You have to have coordination, and some of you may not be quite coordinated enough to do that. You may want to get a hammer or something. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. I'd hammer in the evening all over this town. Yeah, too bad we don't have some of the great singers, you know. We got people like me. You know, Johnny Cash is perhaps one of my favorite male singers. Do you find that dumpster diving? In a way you do, yeah. If you go to stores that are throwing food out in their store, sometimes they say, hey, with every purchase you get a free item. And you can do this for real. Some stores just put it in the front. They say, hey, take something free if you want, you know. Hello, wait. Dave, so far you have beep, cut an onion incorrectly. You have not been watching my show. You have been removed from the show. You have to say positive things in the show. We're dealing with people in here who, if they see that, they may consider it life rape. Yeah. So we're cooking up politics right now. So let's talk about politics briefly. Okay, we're done. It was nice to talk about it briefly. Truth from the Iranian YouTube video. Okay, I'll click that and I'll add that later to my link. Copy web address. Let me go there. Hold on. Muting. Okay, we'll bring that in a little while later. Yeah, the truth about Iran. Yeah, I'll play that during the show. But thank you for the link.
Been reaching out to me, asking me my opinion
No!
on what's going on.
No!
And, you know, one
Nice Iranian woman talking about Iran. Hello. Welcome to the show. Hi. I am David, your interactive chat host. People ask me, David, what do you do during the day? I am an online chatter. That is my primary function. Oh, you're not living with Harry and Meghan, General. General Soleimani, please don't talk about Harry and Meghan. We're trying to talk about the living here, okay? I'm running at level 6, which means I got to mix everything up, so I'm going to shake that pan, okay? All right, now it's time to open the oysters. Okay. The nice thing about it, you can throw the sauce in there with it. It's got a little natural salt in it, so you don't have to add salt to this dish. Go ahead and just put the sauce on top of the potatoes like that. See that? There you go. Oh, it smells good. See, it smells like a New England codfish dinner, except it doesn't have codfish. All right. I'll keep that level at level 6. Yeah, I think I may have too much moisture in there, too much of that fluid, but I'm just going to soak it in there, and I'm going to make the potatoes taste like oysters. Sarah's here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're here.
It smells Asian.
Well, it's not. It's something you wouldn't like. It's got potatoes in it, and you don't like potatoes. It's got oysters, which I have to eat up from 2012. Actually, pre-Fukushima oysters, which is amazing. I'm eating it, and I turned it into a frittata, which of course you wouldn't want to eat.
Never mind. It smells good. But...
It smells good. It smells like a nice Chinese restaurant. Okay, I made you some chicken salad though with curry, so
yeah, I'll eat that.
you can have that for dinner.
Thanks.
Yeah, you know, I think I'll put a little.
Actually, I've got my dinner because I didn't eat my lunch.
Oh, you didn't have lunch at all? Oh my goodness! Wow.
Well, I had pear sauce.
Oh, okay, pear sauce. That's pretty good pear sauce. That's full of nutrition. We have a pear in our house.
The pear tree.
A pear tree, and it produced about 2 bushels of pears again this year, and we made pear sauce, which we're still eating 2 months into this. Please speak in English. Ja, das ist nicht sehr gut. Aber, ja, du hast Englisch? Ja? It smells like oysters. I can't get over how those oysters smell like oysters. Now I'm going to try to get that boil going, and all those potatoes are soaking in the oyster juice right now. Okay? Yeah. And I'm going to put toward the end of the cook, I'm going to put the parsley and the garlic with it. So I want to dice the garlic a little bit. Kind of mince it. I spotted a little stalk, so I had to stop that. Okay, I got it now. Okay, this is the next step. You've got to get a little bit of Parmesan on tap, and you've got to get the eggs out. And I've got these eggs I want to eat, which are cage-free large eggs. Now, they're not GMO-free. I don't know what the heck this chicken ate, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. It was cage-free. You know, it wasn't, threatened or anything. I'm going to get 2 eggs as part of the $1.50 mix. And I want to show you the broccoli. I picked this petite broccoli up for 1 pound for $2.99 over at that store that I go to. And the Obran, as you know, is incredible. Organic food at its best, non-GMO. Highest standards. I love that about the Obran. And I'm just going to open this up and just use a little of it with the garlic. It it's one of those that don't pull apart. So, oh, I got a little opening there. Okay. Sometimes you actually have to cut the top on it. So how was your day?
Good.
Good. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. All right. Now I'm going to take some of that juice out of there. So I'm going to actually take some of it out. I put a little too much in there. I'm just going to pull it out. That's like a broth. It's really good. I may use it later, depending on how much I need. But what I'm going to do right now is pop some, no more than a half a cup of vegetables of some sort on there. I can usually get 3 meals out of a bag, a 1 pound bag, so no more than 1/3 of a pound of vegetables. Now you can do this with string beans, whatever you want that's green, you know. String bean. Yeah, anyway, I put a rubber band over it and put it back in the refrigerator. But yeah, you can cook with these kinds of things too. Green beans, you know, maybe you have some left over from the holidays. All right. Yeah, so we're still cooking at level 6. I'm going to try that broth, see what it tastes like. That's incredible. Oh my God. This oyster broth is, and I didn't tell you, one of the side effects is you get kind of sexy when you eat oysters. This might be your big night, some of you. Okay. Yeah, it's really good broth. It's amazing. Of course, it's salty. Okay, I'm going to put everything in there, onions and parsley, or rather garlic and parsley. Keep it cooking. You can always drain a little of that sauce or water off the top because you don't want it too moist when you throw 2 eggs on top. But what I'm going to do is going to mush everything down with the oysters. And I'm going to add the oysters just a second because they're already pre-cooked. I want to make sure the potatoes are done. So what I'm going to do is take a fork and go give it a little stab to see if it's soft. They're not done yet. So I'm going to keep everything at level 6. You can also put a little more seasoning on top, Italian seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder, whatever gets you through the night. You know, I never did sell lettuce. I was thinking of becoming an organic farmer at one point, and my markets would have been too far from where I could buy property. So I wanted to find places near the high-end restaurants, the California, San Francisco area. Too expensive. So, and with a lettuce business, you actually have to have someplace close to a really nice restaurant, assembly of restaurants. So you become the lettuce vendor, and you can make good money selling organic lettuces to restaurants. They love it, but you got to have a regular thing going on. No, I've not looked for any cooking endorsements. Right now, there's a national ban on me. Nobody's allowed to talk about me in the news. Because I've become such an international success, there's still a very big, huge net around everything we do here internally. So they're not allowed to talk about anything related to me in the American media. There's a complete shutdown. You'll lose your job if you talk about me. So, and that's a top-down thing done by very powerful elitists that don't want a third party to form. Yeah, anybody could break through a nexus of guarantees and try to use law enforcement against people like me, but that's going to cost you big time in court. I'm already ready to sue certain people about that. But, yeah. Oh, don't you just hate that when they put a screen in there saying, hey, order something from the browser, you know?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't think there's anything out there on me You guys, if you're putting posters up in universities like I've asked you
Okay,
to
we'll
do-
bring that in a little while later. Yeah, the truth about Iran. Yeah, I'll play that during the show.
Yeah, if you put up posters take my website, davidsponheim.com or americasthirdparty.com, and you print up that poster, you'll definitely have the ability to put something right on the wall. And that prints in black and white, too. That poster is designed to print in color and black and white. So it'd be incredibly cheap and easy for you to promote me at universities. It's like a few bucks in printing and just throw it up there. Donald Trump is controlled by the mob, so he gets all the free press anyone could ever give him. And that's why he's a deep state player. He's basically the puppet of the deep state. And the reason why he is they have all kinds of stuff they're using against him. Yeah, let me get back to this. Hey, we're going to throw the oysters in now. They look okay. See those? They're pretty good. They still look like, smells like oysters, looks like oysters. Yeah. Yeah. I think I may have lost the lid here. That's just a little weird. Hang on. No? Okay. Missing a lid. The missing lid.
You didn't like throw it away already or something?
No. Yeah, I start to poke around and then keep cooking those potatoes. And I'm going to have to add a third egg to this. That is so weird. Oh, I put it in there. That's it. I hid one lid in the other container. Obvious answer. I stacked them in there, so. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go with one more egg. 3 eggs on this one. Yeah. Oh, the eggs are over here. I should have scanned my previous memory bank. Hey, today's Technology Thursday, so we're going to be talking about some of the technology that's coming. Cybernetic organisms, nanoparticulates in our air. That's already here. Cyber cops at your door. Hello, I am here. We detected THC coming from your residence. Do you or have you ever smoked marijuana? Under Legislative Code 736472, you are hereby required to enter into the program for drug addiction. Hey man, marijuana is not a drug, it's an herb. I'm sorry, you are going against our orders. Please put out your hands. We will cuff you and take you to the FEMA camp. Beep. That's the future of our world that we're living in. Yeah. So we'll talk about that technology tonight. Social credits, scoring. I heard about that. Yeah, eggs connected to prostate cancer. I'm still researching that, Milrose, but for the time being, I have to use these free-range eggs, okay? Read my lips. No quid pro quo. Anyway, I'm glad you like making fun of me. At least you have something to talk about, right? New York EMT. Your social credit score is a negative 150. That's pretty funny. Someone writes my phone number and all the bathroom stalls at your college. Hey, put America's Third Party next to that. Do me a favor. That cleaver was sharpened on screen earlier. You were gone, Milrose. Where were you? Are you okay?
Yeah.
You know, I found your knee brace.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was in the back of the storage area in the car, so I pulled it out. It's on your bed, so you can put that on. Okay, we're at level 6. Everything's good. I'm going to take and assess the situation and kind of move it around to the fork and put some Parmesan on it. All right, Parmesan down first. Nice. Potatoes are getting done. Okay. The more you mix it up, the better now at this point. So if you want to take a spatula or something and just kind of cross into it and kind of mix it up slightly. The whole oysters are not that disturbing once they're in there. Okay. And if you want to use some of that sauce that you had earlier just to freshen it up, you want it kind of moist but not too moist. I'm going to go ahead and pre-mix the eggs. Okay. Now is a good time to throw a little more seasoning on the whole deal. A total of a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning can be used. Total. Now this dinner can take mushrooms, but it's a little bit more expensive, so I'm not going to do the mushrooms. Okay, once you've got a nice boil going and everything's working, just put the eggs right on top. Spread them around with a spatula or a fork or something. There you go. All right, now turn the flame down to level 3, making sure that the entire dish is completely covered with eggs. See that? There you go. And press down on it like this. Go down to level 3. Actually, take it to simmer, all the way down to simmer. And top it off with a little bit more Parmesan. Give it a little shake. And let it cook for about 5 minutes max. But hey, we're kind of wrapping things up here. Everything will be done shortly. If you want to top it off with slices of cheese, you can. But this is not slop. This is oyster frittata, and you have been removed from the show for violation of 647 of our penal code. General, you know the rules. If it's gray, it's okay. Darth, that's wrong. That's wrong. But pre-Fukushima oysters are not going to be fresh, you know? It's like you have to accept the fact. What do you mean we sleep in separate beds? How do you know that? Do you have a camera in our room? Well, I mean, we're trying to follow the theme of Ozzie and Harriet, right? What do you care? No, we have one master bed. Well, I said we had 2 separate beds because technically there are 2 beds under the master. It's a king size. Yeah, I know. But that was 2012, August 16th, 6:45 p.m. How do you know that? No, we never got into that kind of weird stuff. You guys are pretty weird. Let's just face it, you've been masturbating too many hours in your life to even know what real love is. You've lost track of what love could possibly be. And now you just live in a world of sexual fantasy, dictated by the Ashkenazis that give you free porn every day. Yeah, you probably have carpal tunnel masturbation syndrome. I wouldn't doubt it. Milrose, everyone knows oysters makes you sexy. Women who eat it are a little bit more inclined to lovemaking. It's true. But as you know, we're not doing that for that purpose. Well, Daryl, they're draining your precious bodily fluids by giving you free. Oh my gosh, we've got a call. And maybe it's the thought police. You have impure thoughts. Please refrain from calling here. Yes, can I help you? What's your question? Hey, you know, you guys, when you put your voice on there as a footprint, we're recording that. The NSA will have files on you for the rest of your life. We'll be referring to all of these files and pulling them up and matching them against your phone records. And it's enough proof for us to actually, put a tail on you. When I say us, I mean the U.S. government. I don't work for the U.S. government. But Mark does. He has to provide an NSA record of everything that goes on in here. And when they listen to phone calls, which I record and hand the recording over to them, they will be able to trace your voice. All right? Thank you. Okay, but thanks for calling with a death threat. All right, we're going to go ahead and segue to the other room now. But I'm going to show you that everything's cooked on top. You can turn everything off. It didn't take long for this egg to set. Very simple process. Highly recommend leaving it on the stove and just keeping it warm. Now you can spoon out of this dish and have a nice meal. This would also be good with peas too. I didn't realize I could have used peas, but peas would work. I just don't think carrots would work in this dish. Yeah, I thought about it and I said, nah, celery yes, onions yes, garlic yes, peas no. But you know what might work? Dillweed. Yeah. You can put dillweed on the dish if that makes you feel better. It always goes great with seafood. All right, so we're doing the daily thing, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. I just put the compost away. I'm going to start the show in the other room, and you guys get to see the finished product. Here we go. Voila! Frittata extraordinaire. It's done. Look at that. Just leave it on the stove, put some pepper to taste, whatever you want. Thank you, and welcome to David's Kitchen. I'll talk to you later. Take care, and meet you in the other room in 2 minutes. Yep, this is David Sponheim. Check it out.